Fair Use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. June 4th. Letting go of our old selves. Carefully reading the first 5 proposals, we ask if we have omitted anything, for we are building an ark through which we shall walk a free man at last. Are we now ready to let God remove from us all the things which we have admitted are objectionable? Alcoholics Anonymous, page 7576. The 6th step is the last preparation step. Although I have already used prayer extensively, I have made no formal request of my higher power in the first 6 steps. I have identified my problem, come to believe that there is a solution, made a decision to seek this solution, and have cleaned house. I now ask, am I willing to live a life of sobriety, of change, to let go of my old self? I must determine if I'm truly ready to change. I review what I have done and become willing for God to remove all my defects of character. For in the next step, I will tell my Creator I am willing and will ask for help. If I have been thorough in the preparation of my foundation and feel that I am willing to change, I am then ready to continue with the next step. If we still cling to something we will not let go, we ask God to help us be willing. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 76. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. June 4th. The second step is about possibility, about hope. With this step, we come to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. We are asked to open our minds to the possibility that help is available. Perhaps there is a source of assistance that can do for us what we have been unable to do for ourselves. We don't have to believe that it will happen, only that it could. This little bit of hope, this chink in the armor of despair, is enough to show that we are willing to move in the direction of healing. Once we recognize that the possibilities of help exist, it seems worthwhile to explore a relationship with a higher power. A little willingness can go a long way toward making hope and faith an ongoing part of our lives. In the hands of a higher power, sanity and serenity become realistic hopes. Today's reminder. Our literature speaks of the possibility of finding contentment and even happiness through recovery in Al-Anon. Today I will take the second step in that process and open my mind to hope. There is a quote from As We Understood, and it reads, "Finding inner strength is looking beyond the visible and focusing life's search on the unseen." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, June 4th. Build, don't destroy. Our negative sense of self has been replaced by a positive concern for others. Basic text, page 16. Spreading gossip feeds a dark hunger in us. Sometimes we think the only way we can feel good about ourselves is to make someone else look bad by comparison. But the kind of self-esteem that can be purchased at another's expense is hollow and not worth the price. How then do we deal with our negative sense of self? Simple. We replace it with a positive concern for others. Rather than dwell on our low self-esteem, we turn to those around us and seek to be of service to them. This may seem to be a way of avoiding the issue, but it's not. There's nothing we can do by dwelling on our low sense of self except work ourselves into a stew of self pity. But by replacing our self pity with active, loving concern for others, we become the kind of people we can respect. The way to build our self esteem is not to tear others down, but to build them up through love and positive concern. To help us with this, we could ask ourselves if we are contributing to the problem or to the solution. Today, we can choose to build instead of destroy. Just for today, though I may be feeling low, I don't need to tear someone down to build myself up. Today, I will replace my negative sense of self with a positive concern for others. I will build, not destroy. Today, Emotions Anonymous, June 4th. Reflection for today. Letting someone love me seems such a simple thing, but in my emotional turmoil, I had to make it complex. I had to start asking why. Why would someone want me? What were they after? What is this going to cost me? I found it impossible to receive a natural, tolerating, caring, free flowing acceptance from another person. My first experience in this area was EA. I was totally accepted with no strings attached. With the help of these great people, I learned to accept their love. I learned that love is not control or manipulation. Love is letting people be themselves and loving them that way. Meditation for today. Your love has no strings attached. Help me to love the same way. Today I will remember, allowing someone to love me will not make me less of a person, but more of a human being. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics' dysfunctional families. June 4th. Balance. We can connect with a power greater than ourselves and find balance. BRB, page 306. As we practice our recovery program, we come to know balance. We start to learn what we can or can't handle, when to rest, and when we can move ahead. As we search for a pace that works best for us, our ups and downs are no longer so wild and out of control. Easy does it is now our recovery mantra. If we get impatient at times, we recognize that it may take time for us to be ready to make certain changes. We learn acceptance. Although it's important to keep challenging ourselves, we cannot force ourselves to recover faster. Some issues are deeper than others. We look to a power greater than ourselves to find the patience to accept however long it takes to get there. Whether we are slower or faster, it is our reality, and that can change over time. If the nervous person next to us seems to want to race to the finish line, we affirm our resolve to move at a healthy pace. The affirmation reads, "On this day I practice gentleness and acceptance as a way of finding a balanced recovery. I acknowledge that the pace at which I recover is what's right for me at this moment." Thank you for listening to DHB, Devotion, Health, and Beauty Daily Meditations, Affirmations, Devotions, and Reflections. Remember that you are not alone, and to be the you that you are created to be one day at a time. I am Day. DAA are my initials.